The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and totally crazy. Getting my lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Wanna be free and feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman.
Do you guys think that's why our engagement clicks off after 3 minutes of every single video we post?
We sing. Oh, good thought.
Well, the best thing about being a woman
is the prerogative to have a little fun.
Well,
actually, the best thing is the intro to this podcast. Roll it.
And Taylor, what's the best part about being a woman?
the fact that we're not men. Roll the Panty Riser of the Week song.
Okay, ready? Panty Riser of the Week, men.
Men. And we've always said that.
We've always said that. We've quite literally Yeah.
Oh my god. I've never watched that show.
I've never watched that show.
What?
Never watched
I've
it.
probably seen every episode.
I've never watched that show. Of course, you've seen every
Of course
episode,
you have,
Taylor.
Even when Charlie Sheen left and Ashton Kutcher came.
Isn't that when it became like 3.5 men?
2.5 men. Well,
Yeah.
No, it was still
3
2.5 men.
It was 2.5.
But by
Oh,
that
I
point,
thought
the
they
half
changed
man
the
was a
name.
full man.
Yeah, and he
Full
was
men?
not on it
Yeah.
anymore.
full man.
Full man.
Didn't they?
man.
I thought they changed the name of the show at one point.
Well, maybe it was what they referred to it as in like media.
I don't know either.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I've never
anyway,
watched it.
our panty riser of the week is men. We've literally always said that, but
This week has been especially heinous for us in the men community.
In the men community. I feel like if there's like a cornerstone of this podcast, it is men being panty
Right.
droppers, but more panty drop. No, wait.
more panty droppers.
Panty droppers, but more of panty
Panty
risers.
risers.
They will be both.
Yeah, that's our duality.
Yes.
The duality of man.
Yes. Woman.
Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, men.
Men.
We have a very specific panty riser story that happened this weekend. Taylor, you want to get into it?
So we dabbled on it last week's episode where we were all supposed to go on dates.
I wasn't supposed to go on a date.
Well, the other people at this table were supposed to go on dates in
I
solidarity.
tried. Literally gave it
I
my
tried.
fattest attempt, and he didn't text me back.
I didn't
so.
give it my honest attempt.
He
but
asked me
next
if I
time.
wanted to go to somewhere nowhere.
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot
That,
about
and you know what
that.
that is? That's a panty riser. It's a panty riser.
I think
Can I have a
literally.
mint?
Yeah,
What?
you-
Oh.
mint. Mint her.
Mint me.
Mint me.
ASMR. Imagine you're in a rainstorm.
Oh, do it. Shake it.
The rain is trickling down. It's a cold day. In the Amazon rainforest. Your partner just burped.
My icebreakers are really making its way around the table.
I literally think the hottest
It's so good.
man in the entire world could ask me out on a date, and he said, "Let's go to somewhere nowhere."
And that's literally what happened to me. The guy was really cute.
Oh, he was really
so
cute.
hot.
And I was like, I have plans, but you can meet me out. And he's like, so we're going to somewhere nowhere. And I was like, I told you I have things to do.
So you might be going somewhere, and I will be
You're
going nowhere.
Well, he also said, he was like, well, I also have things to do, but we can meet up.
at somewhere nowhere?
He said, and another thing.
And another thing, go fuck yourself.
No, that's
Yeah.
such an ick. Ew, I fucking hate that place.
Icky.
Mm-hmm.
Icky
So
Nikki.
I did go on a date. I've also made the conclusion after this date that I will no longer be going on one-on-one dates until they are my boyfriend. It will be Love Island in this bitch.
Okay, so here's my question: are you willing to go on first dates as long as they're like double dates?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's
Love Island.
My question.
Yeah.
How do you what is your I guess your process? Like what's the flow chart look like for how you're going to make this person your boyfriend without going on a date with them?
No, I'll go on a date. I just don't want to go on a one-on-one date.
She just wants a group date.
So okay.
It will be
so
Love Island.
She wants a panel interview.
Okay, so you're gonna go on like group dates or whatever until the person's your boyfriend. And then will you be going on one-on-one dates with them?
Yes.
Okay.
What if you figure out you hate them via the one-on-one date?
Yeah.
Break up with them.
Yeah. Break up
I
with your
don't
boyfriend.
I don't even think it's that it'll get to the point where like you become boyfriend and girlfriend and then you start going on the date. I think for you it's just like you want to know that you mesh well. So it might just be like you go on a few group dates or double dates and you're like, you know what, I'm comfortable going on a one-on-one date with you. Because then you can always just be friends if
it doesn't work out.
Exactly, because you're Miss Mayor. You know everyone.
At points throughout the time, like it got, like I couldn't turn to someone and be like someone else.
Get a load of this guy.
Look at the camera.
No, not even that. It was, I couldn't, that too. But I couldn't even like turn to someone else and like ask a question.
Get
or,
a
like,
load of this guy.
or like,
Oh, on my Hinge profile, you couldn't press your leg next to mine whenever he said something weird.
yeah.
Like and I'm gonna say this, I have to say it.
Oh, yeah.
I tried my hardest to plan a double date with you.
I
And he didn't text me back, and now I look like the loser.
I also attempted and then was invited to somewhere nowhere.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'll try harder next time.
it was
I
just
got my
like,
karma for that.
You do you, queen.
Yeah.
You take as long as you need.
Yeah.
it was fine. It was just like at points, like I just couldn't think of any more questions to ask this kid. So that is why, I was already like, I'm never seeing this man again. So I started to lie.
Was he being conversational though? Like, was he also kind of reciprocating? Like,
Not really.
was he giving you like one-word answers?
Not one word answers, but he wouldn't like further.
He wouldn't like ask you a question after you
Elaborate.
ask him a question.
Yeah.
There was no
Ugh,
flow
ick.
to your conversation.
Yeah, it was zero flow. It was literally an interview.
Ick, ick, ick.
And that's hard. And it turns you off to dates when it's not, because you can go on a date with someone, and I feel like I'm speaking with a lisp because of the mint in my mouth.
I feel like I'm speaking with a lisp.
It's hard because you can go on a date with someone you realize you're attracted to, but have a really great conversation with them.
Yeah.
But it's so hard when the conversation's not there because you feel like you're pulling teeth and time is going so slow.
And
Yeah.
was time going slow?
Yeah.
And was I there for a fucking long time?
I was
Yes.
listen, I'll say this. You stuck it out. You stayed way longer than I thought you would. And I said it that night, and I'll say it here on camera. I'm very
so
proud of you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
So proud.
I'm so proud of you. And I should take a cue from you and go on a date.
Well,
You take as long as you need, queen.
yes. I will
You've
not
been
be
through
going on
enough.
a date anytime soon.
Yeah.
But to keep along, oh my God, you haven't heard about the date.
Guys,
I was gonna say there's two key points that we have to hit on here.
Because I was going to say I'll keep it long story short because you've all
Taylor,
heard
please
it.
tell me I need something to make me smile.
Okay, so I already knew that I was. Yes. So I will. Okay, so I'll start.
so happy.
I'm
you
going to
make
make
me
you
so
so happy
happy.
right now because
Okay.
you're going to laugh.
Make me happy.
I'm going to make you so happy.
That's what I like to hear.
So I did go ahead and he wanted to meet at 5:30 and I went, that is too
That's
early.
an insane time to
I
meet.
was expecting
Also,
more like
on a
7.
weeknight. On a
On a
weeknight.
weeknight? A work
Yeah.
day?
Not even a Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Wait, that makes it even worse.
So I was like, no. So I was like, okay, well, I work until 6. Let's meet at 6:30, which I do get summer Fridays, but
He doesn't know that.
Exactly.
And he doesn't need to know
None of
that.
his business.
so he was like, okay, perfect. I'll meet you at Judy Z's.
You're doxing your date location.
Well, never going on a date there again. Actually, no. I would. Because
Do you
my-
feel it's a
Judy
good
fucking
first
Z's.
date spot?
I feel like it is because I know the food isn't the best. As much as I love Judy Z's, the food is not the best.
You're not going for the food.
So
So it's perfect to say,
Yeah.
like, we're just getting a drink. If it's bad, you don't have to be sucked into a whole meal.
and that's was my whole thought process.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So,
another thing.
I did go ahead and take a 4-hour nap. So I wake up at 5:30.
I remember.
And I was fully ready to cancel. And Everyone went, you can't cancel. It's too late to cancel.
The troops rallied around you and said, you've
You
come
were
this
going.
far. You've come this far. You're going to make it happen.
So I quickly get in the shower. I do my makeup. I'm freaking out. I text him. Not even text. I chat him through Hinge because I do not have his number at this point. And I go, hey, so sorry. Subways are crazy. Gonna be a few minutes late.
You know, like a liar.
Would love to point out that Taylor lives about a 3-minute walk from this date location.
Yeah. So, So then I finished getting ready. Meghan also took a nap. She has awoken and she's pepping me up. She goes, if it's really bad, like I'm around the block, like I can just come and like be like, oh my God, I locked myself out, which she almost did.
Which is a great
I did almost
save.
lock myself out. And I was
such
like
a
this
good
close to
friend.
having to show up to the date and be like, this isn't even a bit. Like, I just need you to let me
I was
in.
gonna say, when you commit to the bit so hard that you just accidentally,
Yeah.
or you just completely lock yourself out. Yeah.
You make the bit your reality.
Yeah.
So I go on Hinge and because I don't have notifications set up, and he was like, hey, standing, and this is at this point like 6 o'clock. He's like, hey, I'm outside. Like,
He doesn't listen to directions.
Like-
Red flag number 1.
yeah, he was like, no worries if you're late. Like, I'll be outside.
If you're late,
30 minutes from now?
30 minutes from
Because
now?
I said, oh, I'm going to be running a little late.
Oh, but why did he get there 30 minutes early? Like,
I have
that,
no clue.
first of all, that's a very me thing to do. But, like, don't let them know that.
Yeah. So then I was freaking out because I was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. So then I text him. I'm like, okay, like, I'll be there in a few minutes. I leave. And I'm walking down the street. And then I hear, Taylor, he is 3 restaurants down. Like, just standing there. And I was like, hey, hi, how are you? So we go and we walk up together to
Judy fucking Z's.
Judy fucking Z's. We go in. They were like outside or inside, and I was like, definitely inside. They were like, oh, do you want to sit at the bar? And I was like, oh yeah. And he was like, oh. And I was like, we could sit at a table if you want. First mistake. I should have sat at the fucking bar.
If you wanted to sit at the bar, he should have just, like, taken, like, why would...
Well, I hesitated. I was like, oh. And then he's like, a table? And I was like, okay. Because I was like, I don't really want to, whatever. So we go and sit in the table in the corner, which, whatever. So we're sitting down, and the waitress goes, yes?
I would like to go around and ask if you guys prefer to sit at a table or the bar on a date. Because now I'm curious.
Table.
Because what do the vibes mean? You know?
Okay, I'm gonna say if it's someone I really like, table. If it's someone who I'm like, I feel like maybe I'm not gonna be super into. Like, I think the bar is more casual,
Okay.
and there's more. You have a lot more of an opportunity to just get up, go. Oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry. You know, it's rude to just leave a table. But when you're at a bar, especially if it gets crowded, people are waiting to go up. I think you have more of an out.
And also the bar, like, because in my head I was that, but also I was like, if worse comes to worse, I could chat with the bartender.
Oh, classic Taylor move.
She wanted to play mayor.
Oh my
Classic
God.
Taylor
And-
move.
and worse
she wanted
comes-
to clock in her
Worst
side
comes to
hustle.
worst comes to worst, you can say, sorry, it's time for my shift, and you can just clock in.
Yeah, I could have. But
Oh
no,
my
so we
God.
sit at the table.
Uh-huh.
The waitress goes, so do you know what you want to drink? And I went, I will have a vodka soda. And he goes, oh, I'll have the same. And I go, okay. Slay, we
Okay.
both like vodka soda.
Uh-huh.
We're chatting, like conversation. So I was like, so, interview time. So where are you, well, no, I said, so, where are you from? What do you do? Where do you live now? Like, what, and he went, so this is an interview. And I went, yeah, sure. So he tells me where he's from, what he does.
Dates are like interviews, by the way.
Yeah.
They're-
Where he lives now. The amount of times I heard that he lives with his aunt.
And she
But-
has season tickets to the Mets.
And she has season tickets to the Mets.
But
And she's an interior designer. But he did just buy his own condo.
which I don't believe this for a goddamn
He's a
second.
property owner.
If he bought his own condo, why wouldn't he just say that he has a condo?
Because he's not moving into it for a few months.
I know,
Okay,
but that's
well-
cringe. Just say you own
Yeah.
the condo. Don't say you live with your aunt.
The amount of times I also heard how much his mortgage is and how he has a parking space, but he doesn't have a car, so he's going to rent it out every month. Like, it was...
That's odd behavior.
It was just, like, very odd. Like, this kid, no offense, had no social cues.
How old was he? I'm just curious.
He was like 26.
Was he?
You can check.
so.
It's on his profile.
Nikki
you
knows
wanna
all the
match with him?
details of your date, not even
I
you.
was obsessed with him. I really had high hopes for this guy.
Aw.
I matched with him on Taylor's behalf.
You did.
You also
25.
matched with the date I brought to the date party.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
How-
25.
And he has his own condo. What does he do for a living?
He works for MLB in something. Engineering? I don't know.
Engineering. That's
Yeah.
a good one. They have good salary.
Software engineering.
Software using MLB and Chase going, what's the NLB? And Vanessa goes, MLB Chase M.
Aw.
But yeah, so
That's funny.
moving on. So we're chatting, whatever. We get our drinks. And I quickly notice that every time I go to take a sip, he takes a sip. Every time I stir my straw, he stirs a straw.
He's masking.
Every time I, like, fiddle with my glass, like, I, like, was tapping my nails against the glass, he was doing the same. And I went, that is not allowed. I said this in my head.
Not allowed.
That would freak me out.
And I went,
honestly.
that is so fucking weird. So that was annoying me. So then we were talking, because he went, does this place have a cocktail menu? And I went, it's Judy Z's. Probably
Judy
not.
fucking
It's
Z's.
Judy fucking Z's.
And he was like, a place without a cocktail menu? What is that? And I was like,
Judy
It's a
Z's.
sports bar.
I don't know. Like, it's just like basic
What
stuff.
cocktail did he want?
I don't know, because he goes,
A Cosmo?
I don't know. He's like, when I go out.
A Frangelico on the rocks.
He's like, I normally like look at the cocktail menu and I get a specialty cocktail. And I went,
Vodka
Mr.
milk.
Kondo has to get a specialty.
Yes.
He has to get a vodka milk.
I would like to say that if like guys like that who are so particular about everything, I went on a date with a guy who said that he only likes cocktails with egg whites in them. If you're a freak and you like specialty shit like that, make sure you pick the place.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be weird about it. Anyways, keep going.
Continue.
So
Sam.
fuck?
I was like, no, they're like, because egg whites have foam.
I know, but
Oh.
like that's not available everywhere.
I know.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like he was a freak.
No, I was like, this place is very basic. You know, they have their basic drinks. I was like, and he was like, no, like I usually like to go. And I'm like, oh, I get a vodka soda. If I'm getting a shot, I get a Jaeger bomb. And
I haven't had
if
a Jaeger bomb in so long.
I'm fiending. And I was like, and if I'm getting like a beer, like I get a Corona, Miller, Mick Ultra. Like I don't really care about beer, but like it's usually vodka soda, Jaeger bomb. Right now it's a Corona.
In that order. Like in your hierarchy
Yeah.
of favorite drinks.
And he was like, oh, I'm more of a wine guy. And I was like, oh yeah, like I love a good rosé. And he's like, same. But if like a beer is a beer, like it all tastes the same. And I went, that's not true. I was like,
I don't like beer, but even I know that's
yeah,
not
I was
true.
like, a Corona and like a Miller Lite is not the same as an IPA.
Yeah.
And he was like, it basically is, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah, I'm more of a tequila guy.
Why'd he get a vodka soda?
And that is what I said. I went, oh, you got a vodka soda? And I went, no, I don't really like tequila, but I love a good margarita, but I'm usually not getting tequila on a night out. And he went, yeah, I'm not really into vodka. And I went, but you got it. And
We're
he
starting this date on lies.
and then he was like, oh, yeah, like I just got it because you got it. And I was like,
You can't be your own person.
oh, okay. So that just pissed me off. I was going to say strike number 2, but I don't even know what strike we're on at this point. And then I was like,
it only gets worse from here.
and he
gets
goes,
weirder?
yeah, boss.
Hey, boss.
He
And
runs a
was like-
pizzeria.
And he was like, oh, yeah, vodka sodas are pretty basic.
What do you want, boss?
Hey, boss. Vodka sodas are pretty basic.
Yeah, so he goes, vodka sodas are pretty basic. And I went, oh, you're calling me basic? And he goes, well, I mean, you get a pretty basic drink.
Once again, why
That's
didn't
an
he?
insane form of misogyny.
Why didn't
Holy
he choose
shit.
the restaurant or bar or whatever? And also, like, if you're saying that as a joke, you joke with someone you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he doesn't
also, you're
know
drinking
you.
the drink.
Well, also, he was like, oh, I'll text you on Friday a place. And I was like, okay, this date isn't happening.
So no
And
reservations.
then on Thursday night, he was like, oh, do you still want to go out? And I was like, yeah, do you have a place in mind? Or we can go to my favorite place and just go to Judy Z's. And he was like, yeah, that's good. 5:30. And I went, no, 6:30.
I just can't believe he said that your drink was basic when he was literally drinking it.
I know. That
Insane
pissed
thing
me
to
off.
say.
So then we're talking, and then he brings up the beer thing again. And I was like, well, if you're getting a beer, what do you get? And he goes, I normally get what? Oh.
Just seeing what happened to my mic if I put it closer to you.
And he was like, I normally get Sam Adams. And I was like, oh, that's such a fall drink. And everyone that I've told this to has been like, Sam Adams is not like a thing. Like in Sam Adams, there's 100 and something beers. Like you have to be like, I want a Sam Adams summer ale. Like I want a Sam Adams pumpkin beer. Like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, Sam Adams, like it's usually like whatever. And so then we're chit-chatting, and then I had finished my drink, and he was like, oh, fast drinker, need to catch up. So then he chugged his entire drink down. And then he goes,
This guy's a little freak.
yeah, so then the waitress comes over, and she goes, another round? And I was like, at this point, I was like, I really don't want one. I'm not loving the date. And he goes, you want another? And I went, do you want another? And he went, yeah, let's get another. And he went, what, Corona? And I was like, you know what? I do not want another vodka soda. So I went, yeah, I'll have a Corona. And then he turned to me and he went, I'll have a Sam Adams. And this is at the point, because I forgot to say this, when he was talking about Sam Adams, and I was like, it's a fall beer. And he was like, he's like, no, I get it. I was like, if you got it today, I'd judge you.
Is he trying to like
instigate?
not have a good date?
So then he orders a Sam Adams, and I was like, after we already talked about this, like being funny, and she is like, we don't have that.
Ew.
And so then he just went, oh, then I'll have a Corona.
God, that's
And I was
so
like,
embarrassing.
Get what you want. So then
You tried. They didn't have it.
yeah. So then we get our Coronas, whatever. We're drinking it, and at this point, I'm like, I'm chugging this thing and going home.
Mm-hmm.
So we're drinking, and then he goes, so do you want to get food? And I went, I'm being so completely honest. This place does not have the best food. They're just more of a drinks place. And then the waitress comes over. Are you guys going to get food? And he's like, I might. And
You just told him the food wasn't good and he wants to get food anyway?
You should have offered up the buffalo chicken dip that was essentially soup.
Oh, I should have. And then he was like, well, what have you tried here? And what's good? And I was like, well,
Nothing. I just told you that.
I was like, the only really thing that I really like is their fries. And then he looks and he goes, ooh, they have truffle fries. One thing about me
On a date?
is I hate truffle
But
fries.
like, okay, I know at this point you're not going to kiss him, but why would you willingly order truffle fries if you thought there was the possibility, like,
Of a smooch.
Oh,
you could kiss your
I'd
date?
walk out.
I don't know. So, and I didn't have the heart to be like, I'm fucking hate truffle fries. And because in my head I went, I'm not eating these anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some backstory. One time after a night of drinking, me and Taylor went to a French fry joint.
Pomfrets?
Was it called Pomfrets?
Oh, by NYU?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then that's
Yeah.
where we went to.
Love that place.
We both got truffle fries, ate some of them, and then felt incredibly sick the next morning. And the smell wafting through the apartment was truffle.
Oh.
Because we left them out all night.
Can't look at them the same again.
Oh
And
my
we kept
God.
burping it up. It was bad.
My head would have been in the toilet for days.
So we had to like open all the windows. Like we had to clear the apartment out. So I cannot smell truffle fries the same. So he orders and he goes, we'll have an order of truffle fries. And I'm like, okay.
Ew,
This
not
is
the
your
we.
personal hell.
Yeah. So then they come out 0.5 seconds later. Like no joke.
That's Judy fucking Z's.
Judy fucking Z's. So he immediately picks one up, bites into it, goes, and spits it out.
If you're on audio, go to visual really quick and scroll back about 5 seconds from whatever timestamp this is.
And if you're not going to, he literally just kind of stuck his tongue out
and let it roll off.
and let it fall.
It's so embarrassing when you're like so eager to eat something and you bite into it and it's way too hot and you can't swing it by just swallowing it and letting it burn and you
you're
go like
Even if he went, oh, that would have been better. He went,
That still would have icked you out.
and it took all of me to not let my jaw drop. I was fighting it because one thing
I'm
about
proud
me
of you, Taylor.
is I can lie. I'm a decent liar. I do not have a good poker face. I cannot hide my face for shit. And I knew that while my jaw wasn't down, my eyes were wide.
Well, my jaw wasn't down, my eyes were wide.
My mouth was saying nothing, but her face was.
And
her
Sounds
eyes
like
were
a
saying
poem.
everything.
And then he was like, you have to eat one. And I went, dummy, you just, It's too hot. You just ate one. It's too hot.
Moron. Also, you literally...
Hey, boss.
He runs the pizzeria.
But you also literally just told him that you didn't want any food.
I know.
And that you thought their food was bad.
And so a few minutes go by and he goes, you have to eat one.
Ew.
And so I
what the
take one, I
fuck?
eat it, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe he had an eating disorder.
Maybe.
He's going to give her an eating disorder.
And so
He
then,
needed her to eat with him.
I could never,
whatever.
ever
So
fake
every
eat a
few
truffle
minutes, like,
fry.
I'll pick one on my side, and then I'll pick, like, a really tiny one. Which, Judy Z's, it was 100% truffle salt. So it was kind of good.
Okay.
Would not get them again, but, like, I wouldn't be mad.
In a pinch, it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so and then he's chatting, and I see spit fly from his mouth and into the fries, and I went,
Oh.
I am eating no more.
Mm.
So he continues eating, and he's like at the end, and he goes, I'm gonna finish them. You better eat one before I finish them. And
I'm gonna finish the truffle fries.
and I
Uh-oh, boss.
was like, that is so fine.
I'm gonna start
You
calling you
eat
boss
them
now.
up. You eat them up.
You go piss, girl.
Go piss,
So
girl.
then he's eating them, blah, blah, blah. And then I forget how we got on this conversation. We were talking about music. I was like, so, like, what do you normally listen to? And he goes, well, I just got into the rave scene. And I was like, oh, so you wear, like, the mesh tops and light up shoes. And he goes, no, I'm not there yet. I'm a newbie in the rave scene. And I go, oh, so you listen to that, like, house music on the daily? And he goes, no, that's just for going out.
He's a vibe curator.
And I go, oh, so what do you listen to on the daily? And he goes, well, musical theater.
Theater.
the theater.
Theater.
And, like,
He's a man of the arts.
and movie soundtracks. And I go, oh, that's fun. And then so I started asking him, like, what's your favorite show? What's your favorite movie soundtrack? Blah, blah, blah. And then I go, Ma, I just recently got into Jack Johnson radio again. So I've been listening to a lot of Jack Johnson. Oh, that's fun. And then he goes back to musical theater. And then he goes, well, it's at this point of the date where I show you where I was Shrek in Shrek the Musical.
Oh my god.
That's a crazy thing to go, we're at this point.
And so he
It's
pulls
crazy,
up,
but I cannot explain how me that is.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I've literally done that.
would
I
you
said you
do-
have to see me in my nun outfit from when I was Sister Mary Cecilia Clare in Sister Act.
But would you do that on a date that's not going that well?
Maybe.
I'm thinking about you on Friday and we're watching clips of Grease, and you're like, oh, that is so Cha-Cha Sinclair. No, that's
Cha-Cha Delagorio.
Cha-Cha Di Gregorio.
Claire, you just made me a character in Greece.
because I was looking at you while I was saying it. So I was like,
It was some crazy name.
It's Cha-Cha.
Cha-Cha Di Gregorio.
You're like, oh, that's so Cha-Cha Di Gregorio.
Like I literally am like anyone who will listen, you will see a photo of me in my poodle skirt when I was in Greece my junior year of high school.
Insert the
Like,
clip.
Like I can't stop talking about musical theater.
I want to hear about the rest of the date.
To me, I was like, oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. So we're chatting, and at this point, I'm like, I just want to fucking lie. I want to leave. I want to lie. So I, again, don't remember how this came up, but he was like, oh, yeah, I'm Italian. And I went, oh, yeah, same. And he went, really? And I went, yeah. So I say my last name.
I don't know if you could tell this part of the story without doxing your last name.
We also just doxed my last name, so if you do, it'll be in solidarity with me.
Just say you have a very Italian last name.
I have a very Italian last name. And he goes, is that even Italian? And
What the fuck?
And then at this point, I went, what? Like, I started getting rage.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, actually, there's a really famous Italian market. I can't say that.
No, there's a ton of Italian markets in New
Okay.
York.
So I went,
yeah.
there's a really famous...
Joe's Italian Market.
Yeah, so I was like,
The
there's-
boss.
There's a
The
famous
boss.
Italian market. That's me. That's my family. I'm the heiress to this market. And he went, oh my God, that's so cool. I went,
You
yeah.
liar.
And I went, yeah, my dad and his brothers run it. Like, you know, when they kick the bucket, this was a literal sentence I said. I went, when they kick the bucket, me and my cousins are going to take it over, but we don't know if we want to take it over. Like, you know, we have a few years until we have to decide, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then he's talking.
Your parents are going to die in a few years.
Yeah, and then we were talking.
Good thing you
and then-
got that will on your phone.
Yeah. It happens. And then I was like, oh, yeah, we have a private jet. Like, I made up an ex-boyfriend was a professional surfer that I made up.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so I was just lying out of my teeth. And then the conversation kind of lulled, and I went, I'm going to go use the restroom, which I panic texted all of you.
Mm-hmm.
I went, I need to leave. And at this point, I realized it's almost 9 o'clock. So then I come back and I go, how is it already 9 o'clock? And he was like, it's 9 o'clock. By the time I get home, it's going to be like midnight. I have to go.
You're making him sound like Mickey Mouse.
Well, that's kind of how he
Oh
said
my
it.
God.
So then he
Yakadoo
gets the check. I don't even make it a point to pull out my wallet. We hug it out, and I go, I'm definitely gonna text you.
And
Can't
I
wait
told
to
you
see you
that,
again.
And I told you to say
Can't wait to see you, boss.
I turned around, and I walked in here, and I went, I'm never doing that again.
Good for you.
And neither of them have texted each other since.
Amazing.
Well, they didn't even exchange phone numbers.
Yep, it was through Hinge.
Well, I'm so proud of you, Taylor.
I'm so proud of you.
And it was you got a funny story out of it. at
I did
least.
get a funny story,
They're
which
always-
is what I
always
was
gonna
like
be
my
a funny
massage,
story.
where I was like, this is going to be an amazing story. I went, this is going to be a great story.
You just, do it. for the
Entertainment.
plot. Yeah.
So proud of you, Queen.
Hey, then Biscuit Factory.
Yes.
Guys,
Got the biscuits.
huge news. We know that every single one of you listening has been waiting for this moment.
All three of you.
I inhaled them. They
yeah.
were so good.
Oh my god. Well, first of all, we thought that they were going to be delivered on Sunday. So I was under the impression we would all be together. So I scheduled my order to be delivered here to Meghan and Taylor's apartment. And then we realized shortly after that they were actually going to be delivered on Saturday.
Imagine if they got delivered on Sunday.
Wait, isn't the place called Sundays Only?
Yeah.
Why the
But
fuck are they
made
getting
an announcement? They said this week Sunday's on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturdays Only?
But so Meghan and Taylor got our biscuits. And then Taylor ended up bringing them over the next day, but I had like the worst weekend ever. And when I'm upset, I lose my appetite. Nikki comes into my room Sunday morning. She goes, I know you're upset right now, but you gotta have this biscuit.
You've got to get into this
She-
biscuit.
She goes, you gotta have a biscuit. Just have a biscuit. You
It
fed
was
me
so
a biscuit in my
good.
bed.
It was so
The
good.
bacon and cheddar.
Yes, that was my favorite. It was
But
so
by the
good.
time this episode comes out, it'll be like the font because they do every other Wednesday. They post a link. So if you're listening to this in the morning, make sure to keep refreshing. Sundays only if you're in the New York City area, and
Yeah.
get yourself an order of biscuits.
It was
Yeah.
special. I
They're
thought.
worth it.
I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're homemade. They're delivered right to
They're
you.
huge.
They're
They
huge.
were
so
ginormous.
big.
I was shocked.
They're so big. There was nothing like
So
the
big.
delivery was seamless.
Yeah.
Cute packaging.
Really
Yeah.
cute packaging, and it could last a while. It was special. It was really, really good.
But what
I
I
put
realized,
my leftovers in the freezer, so I
Yeah.
can just pop them in the oven.
That's smart.
what
yeah.
I realized is you can buy a sampler because I just went and got one of everything.
so did I. Yeah.
So I got 2 of the bacon cheddar, 2 of the funfetti, 2 of the original, but I also got a sampler, which is 1 of each.
We had
Oh my God.
thought the sampler had different flavors in it, which
Yeah.
is why she did go ahead and purchase
The
the sampler.
funfetti was so
It
good.
was so
So
good.
good.
With
I
like a
still
little
have one of them
butter.
left.
A little butter and
A little
jam.
jam.
A little butter and jam.
Oh my god, it was so cute when we got the order. They have like the little receipt thing, and it's like an old timey one, so it looks cute. And it was like, whatever biscuits, and then at the end they put in all caps jam exclamation point. And I thought that was so funny.
Yes, Nikki has the packaging. I've kept it.
If you're on video.
It's so cute.
Very
It's-
cute.
Everything
so
about
cute.
it is just so well done.
And their handwriting looks like it was printed on there.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
So cute.
So beautiful.
I'm obsessed.
But yeah, I would 10 out of 10 recommend. Definitely gonna check it out next week.
It's Wednesday,
It's-
so we're recording this a week in advance, but if you're
I-
listening in the morning, keep refreshing.
Yeah.
I wonder. Wait, so wasn't there talks that we were supposed to get a snickerdoodle one?
Yes, that was in the sampler pack. They didn't
She thought it was
change
just a sampler.
So it-
see,
That must have been the previous week's
that
flavors.
would go
Yeah.
crazy.
I would have loved that actually. I don't love sweet things usually, but that sounded so good.
Yeah.
So that is why I thought the sampler was something different. I thought it was going to be like minis of different flavors because they usually only do the 3 flavors. And so I thought, oh, the sampler, like maybe they do minis of like whatever. It was the same ones.
You live and you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe next week
They won't go to waste.
Yeah.
will be a different.
Yeah.
Maybe next
I
week,
really want a
will be
snickerdoodle
available.
one.
So
We'll be on They Then Biscuit Watch yet again next
Yes.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Be live tweeting.
So now I'll only get the sampler because you get 1 of each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love supporting a queer-owned business.
Yeah. I love supporting biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they were delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on from biscuits.
The
Biscuit.
kickball of it all.
Ah,
Oh my God, guys.
You want to speak to this?
We played kickball
As
this
we said
weekend.
in last week's episode.
We played kickball this weekend. Megan's idea.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I have, first of all, not played kickball since I would get picked last for teams in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So my high school didn't have gym class. And so haven't played in, like, 10 years. I was hurting for 3 days. Like, today's the first day where I'm able to walk normally. I texted you guys, I think on Monday. And I was like,
Call me Ariana Grande.
because I am walking side to side. Holy shit. Like, Sunday and Monday, I had to physically pick up my left leg if I was doing anything. Like,
Wait, you were texting the group chat. You just kept going hip bone jelly. You just know nothing else. You went hip bone jelly.
It was like my muscles like were a little sore, but it was my hip bone was literally jelly.
Hip bone jelly.
And like
bone jelly.
I was like sitting with Taylor for a little bit on Sunday, and I literally just kept like picking up my leg physically and like moving it to like cross my leg or to uncross my leg. Like, I couldn't lift it on its own. I also twisted my ankle during kickball. I also dove for the ball so hard to try and catch it that I slipped and grass stained my favorite jeans in 2 separate spots. And yes, I haven't tried to get them out fully because I have to pay for laundry. So I'm not going to like do all this shit and then put 1 pair of jeans in the washer.
You can just bring it
here.
Yeah. You can bring it to my mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it the same
That's a
jeans as
good
last
idea.
time?
No, it was not the same jeans as last time.
I mean, that was desperate.
That was
last
bad.
time.
Yeah, that was bad. But these ones, I was really upset because they're like cream color. So, I could play it off and it looks like a cute little like green paint thing. And I
You wore
probably will do that.
cream jeans to kickball.
Because I wanted to cream my jeans.
You creamed your jeans
I was ready
in
to cream.
kickball?
I was ready to cream my jeans.
Big Boss creamed her jeans during kickball.
during kickball. But yeah.
Okay, Big Boss.
So that's
boss.
what I have to share from kickball. I was out of fucking breath by the end of the game, and I had to put my head in Megan's lap and lay down and have someone else have a fan on me.
Insert the photo. It's
Yeah,
a cute photo.
it is a cute photo. Taylor, would you like to give your highlights from the kickball?
So I thought it was going to be like a fun game of like boozy kickball where everyone had a cup of or a can or something.
A cup of can.
That was not the case.
You
So
let me down.
I started the kickball game with
You were our captain.
which I don't know why.
I don't know
was
who voted her captain.
And so I was pitching, and then I went to go catch something, and I couldn't catch it with one hand. So then I put it down, and then they demoted me from pitcher and put me on a base. And at this point, I was like, I don't really want to run for this ball. And it was going up, 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 and I went, I'm not going to catch this ball. So I went to go run for it, and then I got good at falling. So I fake fell.
The lawn was full of geese poop.
It was.
I did not think of that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I fell to where nobody could have been like, you didn't catch it. So everyone was like, oh my God, you fell. Are you okay? And I was like, I'm
I
fine.
And
still
then we
yelled at
said,
you.
Taylor,
You probably
put
did.
the drink down.
But
Get your head in the game.
Get your head in the fucking game. Put the goddamn drink down. We're playing kickball here.
which I did, and then I did not catch a ball. I
And then
barely
you kept
kicked.
going, I want to quit. Can I fake an injury? And I kept having to go, you're our captain.
It was
And then you'd go, all right.
it was being taken a little too seriously.
It was taken so
I wanted to win.
seriously.
Megan caught one of my balls, and I was pissed off. And I took that a little too seriously because
Yeah,
I
you
was
were like,
losing.
you could've just fucking let me go.
I was like, you fucking bitch, you fucking asshole, bitch ass bitch.
But
I was so upset.
I didn't play. I stuck to my word.
balls
my
can't fly
God.
at your face.
Balls can't fly at my face.
yeah.
There went your weekend plans.
Yeah,
There
I
went your weekend
know.
plans, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Again. But every single time I turned my head, Nikki was going, bitch.
I mean, I was like,
Literally. Anytime I looked at you, you were like, bitch.
I was
This
into it.
game, there's a lot of things that bring out the worst in us, I'm realizing.
Yeah.
And add kickball to the list.
Kickball brought out the worst in me. I will say that. But it also did bring out a really good part because I was like, you know what? Like, I'm getting my head in the game. Like, you know, like it's
It
a
looked like-
team effort.
It looked like you all were having fun,
Why
and you
didn't
guys
they
played
bring
for
that out in
hours.
you?
Oh my God, we played for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You played for hours. I was so surprised. Not surprised, but you guys just kept going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
We're having fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Except for our friend Chase, who couldn't fucking pitch a ball to save his life.
And then there was,
He was on our team, so I have to say he was fine.
Chase was great.
But
There
Chase was
was-
doing his best.
there was another man at the picnic.
Cole
Cole,
was
who is
so good at
amazing
kickball.
at kickball.
I tried
like, MVP of the year.
I kept trying to get him to come to our team.
He was the dark horse of the game.
I was like, Taylor, why was Cole not drafted on our team?
I don't know. He was chosen before.
So good at kickball. I mean, kicking, catching, running,
sliding.
the whole thing.
He was
sliding.
he was so agile and coordinated. It was
Yeah,
amazing. I
wild.
was so mesmerized.
He knew all the rules.
He did.
Cole MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't know if you're watching King, but
Yeah.
we appreciate your talent.
Yeah, you were
Shout
awesome.
out to you.
I
Shout
will
out
make
Cole.
sure that you are on my team next time.
Whatever team Cole is on, I'm there.
Sign
Make
me
him a
up.
team captain.
I'm next to him.
I won't be on the team, but I'll be your cheerleader.
You can keep scoring.
I'll keep scoring.
Yeah, no
The
one knew
kicker
who
is
would
we
win.
didn't even keep score.
You didn't.
We
You were just doing
didn't.
it for the fun of the game, and that's what's important.
We were doing it for the hope.
I
of it
can
all.
tell
fun.
you. I can tell you that my team definitely didn't win. So
No, I don't think our team won.
Wait, so what
you had
happened?
Cole on your team. I think you did win.
Wait, what happened?
Maybe.
Because I thought it was guys versus girls.
Well, it
It
was guys versus
was.
girls, and then
the girls
the
were
girls
sucking.
weren't very good.
We were sucking.
So
no,
we-
but honestly,
fucking?
I think
No
that
fucking.
I think that maybe from my recollection, the only person who ever made it back to home base was Portia. I think she did
Portia
it
was on
once.
our team.
Yeah, I
My
think
Portia did some tradesies.
no, I think
Oh.
she was the only person who actually like scored a point and like made it. Like I made it.
Oh.
I made it to first base. I mean, yeah, I
don't
think I
think
made it.
ever made it past first base.
I didn't. I made it to first base once, and I can't think of any other player on my team who made it to second base.
I kept stealing bases.
I kept playing first base and getting people out
Yeah,
Out.
with my magic
Stupid.
hands.
idiot.
Stupid idiot.
Stupid
Stupid
idiot.
idiot.
Okay,
bitch.
boss.
But yeah, kickball, 10 out of 10.
Literally,
I
could
would
not
play
walk.
again. I don't know if anyone would want me to play again.
I
need
would
you to
wear
put
better
your pussy
shoes.
into it if you're gonna play again.
That's
I'd wear
fine.
better shoes. I'd wear
Yeah.
more breathable clothing.
I was in an athletic dress.
Yeah.
You were dressed to impress
I was
and
ready
to
to go.
play.
Yes.
You were. I wore platforms to the park, so I did not.
But you look so good.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
you did.
I tried.
Yes.
I did. I
Always.
kept true to my word from last episode, and I wore a little skirt.
You were
She
the
was hot and
cheerleader.
sexy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hot and sexy.
But also, for kickball, I think we need more people.
Yeah.
I also think we need a ball that has a little bit more weight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the thing is with the grass, it kept bouncing, and then
Yeah.
I was kicking, and I looked like an idiot because I was kicking the air. Whereas when you roll it, you can just like roll it, and it's easy to like on
Yeah.
a flat.
Roll it, pat it, mark it with a B, put it in the oven for Bobby and me.
And you've always said that.
Patty cake, patty cake.
Sorry.
It's not patty cake.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what the fuck
Patty
either
cake,
you're
patty
talking
cake,
about.
baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Roll it, pat it, mark it with a B.
put it in the oven for Bobby and me.
Not Patty.
Who's Bobby?
Whoever.
Bobby.
You could do mark it with an N for
Who
Nikki
the fuck
and
is
me.
Bobby?
It's Bobby.
Bob.
Boss.
Put it in the oven for boss and me.
for boss.
Me working at the pizza place.
The They Them Pizzeria.
They them pizzeria. Put in the oven for boss and me.
Oh my god, yeah. Put in the oven for boss and me.
Oh my
Why
god.
does everyone at pizza places call
Call
you
you
boss?
Hey, boss, what are
Hey,
you
boss.
getting?
Wait, do you guys
I'm
remember
gonna
that
tweet that. Everyone go retweet it.
that girl on TikTok who was
Becca.
cosplaying as the guy in the
Becca.
pizzeria?
Yeah.
She was so funny.
She's like,
Yes.
the hair's like they're always sweaty.
Yes.
She's
and
what
they-
do you want?
They answer the phone. Yeah, 20 minutes.
I don't know. You threw up. All right.
Yeah, and they're like,
And she's from Long Island, which is funny.
that's
Yeah,
so
I love
funny.
when she was talking about the salad. And she's like, "You want a salad?
Yeah.
Best I can do is a piece of lettuce and 2 tomatoes."
Yeah, yeah. And they were like, get a little bowl, put a lettuce and 2 tomatoes in it. Side salad. There you go.
I was gonna lose the plot and say, have you ever had a cold cheese piece of pizza?
pizza.
I have that for breakfast the next morning. It's the best way to eat
No,
pizza.
no. A cold cheese it was invented on
Oh.
Long Island.
It was invented in Utica.
Okay.
That's New York. That's what I meant. But you put cold mozzarella cheese so that you don't burn the roof of your mouth when you're drunk. Well, that's what
Wait,
it was
so
created
you
for.
make the pizza like normally, and then you put cold mozzarella on top.
A cold cheese slice.
Oh,
So like the pizza
Interesting.
itself is not cold. That's like normal
Yeah.
pizza temperature. But you just take a handful of fresh.
I feel like I'd
cheese
like
and
a
that.
handful.
It's so good, but
I
it
think
was
I'd like
made
that.
because all the drunk people were eating it right after it came out of the oven,
And
and
it
they were
was burning
burning
their
I was
their
just
mouth.
gonna say, it really sounds like something your date would be interested in.
Probably.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Are we?
Yeah.
Would
Any-
you like to get into?
Oh God.
Why
Okay.
it was the worst weekend of your life.
I won't get into why it was in one of my top.
One weekend.
No, I feel like top.
Oh, you're like me.
Top 3,
You're
I
starting to rank the worst days of your life.
I feel like top 3 collectively, like worst weekends. But so Monday, I was really trying to like get morale going. So I was like, I'm gonna meet Meghan at the gym at the Tribeca Equinox that will not let her go. But I just like
Still going strong.
I logged off work early because I was like, I can't do this. And I went by the water to cry because that's where I like to cry, by the water. And I needed to like get out of my room and my apartment. And so I'm just sitting on my little bench crying by the water, and I don't look great. Since we're gonna go to the gym, I don't really have much makeup on. I'm in workout clothes, and I'm just I'm on the bench facing the water. I'm just having my little tear fest. And I'm kind of like looking down a little bit. And I think this, like, I'm saying kid, but he had to have been like 18. I thought he was going to like walk by me, like past the benches. And I'm looking down and I see these feet stop in front of me. And I'm like, oh, great. This week just keeps getting better. So I look up and he's looking at me and I'm like, yes. And
sir.
he's like, are your eyes real? I've never seen eyes like that. And I was like,
The blueies.
and I was like, yes. Yes. And he was like, never seen eyes like that. Are those contacts? Are they real? And I was like, they're real. And they're real. And he goes, what color are they? I was like, he's looking right into my eyes. And I went, blue.
With the blueies.
Blue. And he went, blue. I like that. And then he walked away.
I like that laugh.
Blue.
I like that color.
Blue. I like that.
I like that.
And he walked away, and I went, that was weird. So then, whatever. Meghan then texts me literally right after, and she's like, I just left work. I'm on my way to Equinox. And I was like, perfect. I'm getting out of here, because that was really weird. I just want to go work out. And we then proceeded to spend 3 hours at the gym.
When I tell you I did 6 miles on the treadmill, my watch the next day said that was the best day you've ever had in terms of a workout.
In case you're wondering, the treadmills at Equinox shut off and restart when you hit 100 minutes.
That they do.
And they do.
Good to know.
But we did spend 3 hours at the gym because it was necessary. And
You
so
needed to walk it out.
you needed to walk and talk it out. So yeah, we spent 3 hours at the gym. When I had left my apartment earlier in the day, I dressed for the weather. I always check the weather app before I leave my apartment. It said it wasn't going to rain. There was no plans for it to rain, according to my weather app.
I don't check the weather app wherever I'm going.
I don't dress for weather. I dress for vibes.
Right.
And I've always said that.
And she's always said that.
And that's why I'm always serving cunt at the White Horse.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But so me and Meghan go to walk out of Equinox, and it's raining. And it looks like it's raining, like, pretty moderately. Meghan and I don't have umbrellas or hoods. We also just showered.
I'm freshly showered. I am in like my pajamas.
At this point, I'm in, like, just, like, a cotton t-shirt and, like, little green shorts and my walking sneakers. So, Meghan, you took the train home, right?
Well, I was thinking about walking, but then it was pouring, and I was like, I can't walk for
Yeah.
half an hour in this rain.
It was in Tribeca, and we live in Five, so unless I wanted to walk like 5 minutes in the opposite direction to take one train stop and have to walk another 10 minutes, it was going to be useless. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm just walking home in the rain tonight because that's how the days are going for me. And so whenever I start my little walk, and it's starting to rain like a little bit harder and harder with each block I hit. At some point along my walk, it starts monsooning.
I think that's when I got off the subway, because when I got off the subway, I have to walk about like a block to get to the apartment. it was just coming
Crazy.
down. My hair was already wet, but it was dripping down
It
my
was literally-
face. My hair was already soaked. The water didn't have anywhere to go.
So it starts monsooning. I mean, the wind was crazy. It was going sideways, straight down.
Raining sideways.
Literally, like, also, like, straight into my face. By the time I hit the block of the World Trade Center, I'm walking in the rain, fully soaked, with my eyes closed because I physically can't keep my eyes open. You would have thought I was on a boat or something. There was just water, like,
That was like the block because it's just coming, it's just dripping. I'm like, I can't even open my eyes.
my
and this is
gosh.
gross New York City
Yes.
rain.
at this point, I'm fully crying in the rain. I'm like, like, I literally was like, I can't do this. So I, like, go to, like, close my eyes because I can't see. I almost trip.
I can't see, I'm blind.
Yes. I was also the only person on the street at this point
Wonder
because
why.
who would be walking
In the monsoon.
in the monsoon but me? And a car, I'm next to the West Side Highway, a car, like, speeds by me, full blast.
Oh, that movie moment.
I throw my hands up and I go,
Oh, come on.
I literally go, you win. I can't do this. And I put my head down and I walked home. And that was my night. I did have a little bit of mascara on, so when I walked into my building, I can insert the picture actually so you can see. Fully, I looked like the Joker. My hair was dripping wet. It looked
like Joker
Joker.
from the movie Joker.
I looked like I had about 2 hairs on my head. It was so wet. My
so wet.
It was just so wet. And my shirt was soaked. My pants that were light green were like, my shorts were like dark green. I was wringing out my hair, and I'm at this point just like, I'm going like this. I'm just like wiping my face. I look so psychotic, and I go to just run past my front desk to go to the elevator, and this guy never says anything to me.
Oh, was he like, actually, I have a package for you? You
No,
have to wait
never
right
says
here.
anything to me. And he looks at me and goes, "What's wrong? You got caught in the rain?"
I'd have been like,
Yeah!
I'm crying.
I went, yeah. And then I went upstairs, took another shower, got in bed, cried.
It's kind of cathartic, though, to cry
It
in
was.
the rain.
It was such a movie moment. Like,
Did you just
honestly.
say catharvark?
Cathartic.
Cathardvark, new
Cathartic.
Disney show just dropped.
It was as horrible as I felt. It was a little movie moment.
Sometimes it's free therapy crying in the
It
rain.
always is.
Yeah.
Anything in the rain is a movie
You had that
moment.
shitty weekend, the shittiest of all weekends. Props to you for...
One day we'll tell you that story. Get us to 2,000 subscribers and
Yeah.
we'll tell you the story.
I need more than 2,000.
Get us to 5,000.
I need 1 million to tell you about the time I felt like the stupidest person ever.
But you live
Rack
to
it
see
up.
to tell the tale.
Did I?
No
You
more
do live to
tears
tell
will
the
be
tale.
shed.
Ain't got no tears left to cry.
We are not letting it ruin us anymore.
Okay.
So, yeah, as much as we say kill all men, I would love... Do you have anything to say? I would love to transition into our panty dropper.
Okay, let's, on a happier note,
Yes.
let's roll the panty dropper of the week
Yeah.
song.
Guys, I hate men so much. I hate men so fucking bad all the time. Most men, but
Adam Jockle.
Adam Jockle.
Adam Jockle. There, I said it.
that little guy has my heart.
He's
Adam,
such a little freak.
If for some reason you find this, it's made its way across to you.
Hey, we made it
Come
to
on the
Cooge.
pod.
We made it
We
to
did.
Cooge.
We
did make it to Cooge.
We made it to Cooge. We can make it to Adam Jockle. Adam
take it
Jockle. I'm gonna make eye contact with the camera.
Adam
Jockle. Adam. Hey, Adam.
Next time you're in New
Adam.
York City,
Hit us up.
let's get a Starbucks together.
Hey,
Let's
Let's
get
go
a chocolate
shopping.
cold brew.
That's my favorite from Starbucks.
we all went to fashion school. We can help you shop.
Adam, you said it's Calvin Klein summer. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, let's buy a matching outfit.
Adam, we're gonna get a chocolate cold brew, even though you say you don't really like cold brew, but you like the chocolate cold brew. And we're gonna go to the Tanger outlets. And we're gonna go to Calvin Klein.
Together.
And we're gonna get you right.
And I'll be your personal photographer and videographer the entire day. Whatever you need me for.
Adam Jockle, just
say the word.
hit us
King.
up. Let us know what you need, and we will be there.
Yeah.
You need a shoulder to cry on, babe. I got 2.
Big. I got 2.
I got 2.
And like.
You need a helping hand? I got 2. And I have 2 feet.
If you need those 2.
10 fingers. 10 toes.
And like.
Adam kidney? I got 2.
Yeah.
Say the word.
Yeah.
And I'll be there for you.
You want a smooch?
Adam, when the rain starts to pour, I'll be there for you.
Yeah. I know that. I've always said that, you know? I've always said that.
I'll be there for you.
Because you're there for me, too.
Hopefully.
You will be.
Yeah.
And
That's your
manifesting.
manifestation from the Lionsgate portal. That was yesterday. The most powerful day to manifest in the whole year was
Actually, I'd
August
like to
8th.
manifest something else. Okay. But I'm not saying it.
We all know what it is.
You all know what I meant.
We'll offline on that. We'll offline. But hoping that you all did your manifestation ritual on August 8th. I know I did.
I didn't do any rituals, but I did. I sat on it all day.
No. You sit on it. Whatever your ritual is.
Cooking on it.
I clicked on
You
it.
create your own rituals. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Do what
I
feels
made my
right.
collage, my wallpaper.
I love that.
Oh, and I love it.
I love that for you.
Was that your homework?
It's so cute.
Yeah, this was my homework collage.
Do we have anything else on the...
Oh, I recommended this book to you all, but I'll recommend it to the viewers of the pod. Calling in the One book. I can't think of who it's by. It's on my bed.
Calling all the monsters.
Calling all the monsters.
Sorry,
Okay.
every time you say that.
I saw it on TikTok.
Okay, Sophie.
Because it was all over my For You page because a bunch of girls were saying they read it and that immediately after, like, it worked in a way in changing their mindset. So you know how there's, like, the law of assumption? They're like, it changed my mindset, so then it allowed me to, like, call in my boyfriend or call in the one kind of thing. So I went forward with purchasing it, naturally. I like it.
Slay?
I think it has changed my mindset on a few things.
Do you feel like you're calling in the one?
I feel like I'm calling in the one.
You feel like you're calling all the monsters?
I'm calling all the monsters.
No, see, on Megan's hinge, she's calling in the one. On my hinge, I am in fact calling all the monsters.
Yeah.
If we want to end, I just remembered my TikTok of the week.
Okay, wait.
Taylor's TikTok of the week. Taylor's TikTok of the week. She's watching TikToks left and right. It's Taylor's TikTok of the week. Taylor's TikTok of the week.
So my TikTok of the week.
Yeah.
I saw this girl, and she said that her and her friend group, they have this rule, and they get to call in the card. So they will text someone, they'll be like, I'm throwing up the breakup card, or I'm throwing up the I just got a job card. And whatever everyone else is doing, they have to drop it. Like, there's no excuses. Like, if you have a date, like, someone literally had a date and she had to cancel it.
Ooh, I like this.
Is it like calling in a Malala from Booksmart?
I was literally just going to say that, but I know you haven't seen Booksmart.
I have seen it, but I don't remember that.
Oh, Malala.
But yeah, so they basically call in cards. So any, like, big thing that they have that could go, like, they have a breakup, they have a death in the
It's
family,
basically
they
like,
have,
this is a big thing where I need your support.
yeah. It could be happy or sad, but they just say, I'm calling in the X card. This is what happened. We're meeting here at this time. And everyone has to drop whatever they're doing and go and meet.
I could have used that.
Yeah. You could have.
We need a new name for when one of us doesn't like anyone else's significant other. Because our old name is now outdated. If anyone remembers
I can't remember
what
what
it
it was. I can't.
was. So we need a new name.
Great memory.
Yeah.
I'm calling a sensory slug.
Calling in a sensory slug.
Calling in a sensory slug.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll say when we don't like, oh my God, someone's boyfriend or significant other. What do we say when we have a big thing?
We could just say we're calling in a card.
I can call it a card.
Or we can
I'm calling it a big boss.
I'm calling in the boss.
I'm calling in the boss.
I'm calling the boss.
boss.
Everyone meet at
Wait,
Juicy's.
wait. When we have something, we have to say, I'm calling in the boss.
I'm calling in the boss, and that means meet at Judy Z's or the White Horse in 15 minutes.
Yeah. You have 15 minutes to get your ass somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. But yeah, so that was my TikTok where I went.
That was really good, Taylor. That's your
Thank
best
you.
TikTok of the week so
I
far.
think, yeah, for sure.
I
I like
almost
that.
forgot about it, and then I remembered.
I'm so glad you remembered.
Yeah. I know we're nearing the end here. I just physically need to talk about this. We touched on it earlier this episode. I need to talk about Taylor about an hour and a half ago said, guys, I don't have a will, but I have this notes app
On my phone where I wrote down a will.
No, it's on my laptop.
You said it was on your
But
notes
it's
app
on a
and
notes
your
app.
laptop.
No, it's on the notes app on my laptop.
Yeah.
In
Are they
the
not
locked-
synced? Oh, it's locked?
Yeah.
Taylor,
How's
how the
anyone
fuck
gonna
is
get into
anyone
it?
going to find this?
Well, now you know about it. Nobody
But
knew
we don't
about
know
it.
your
until-
password.
Well, my mom
We're going to
does.
jailbreak.
My mom.
You told your mom the password to your notes app will?
No, it's not locked. It's in the private.
It's the
thing.
private one. So,
Yeah.
you just have to click an extra step to get
Yeah.
into it.
Oh.
Oh, so it's not one of the locked notes apps?
No, it's in the notes app on my Mac.
You're gonna be at your funeral, and I'm gonna be using Face ID. I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
Please just work,
Yeah.
just work. Hopefully they embalmed her well.
I'm trying to see something.
Oh, wait. No, we can't because she's going to be cremated.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that's part of her will.
Pre-cremation.
You're in the morgue and you're like, I just need the body for 1 second. I just need the body for 1 second.
Please, I leave all of your possessions to me.
Yeah.
Please.
You
please.
changed my
Change
mind.
that notes app real
Please,
quick.
please,
We
before
were,
anyone sees.
We were
But by
joking that if I did that, he said that my sister Sophie would find it and delete the notes.
Or she'd be like, I'm leaving everything to Sophie.
Yeah.
Well, because at this point in my life, I'm healthy. I don't think I'm gonna kick the bucket.
No.
But if I were to, I have a backup and of what I would want. So I'd want to be cremated. I don't have where I want to be scattered.
You can cook on that.
All my money goes to my brother because that boy needs it.
I don't have anything of value to give to anybody, so I guess the only thing I'd have is to say what I want to be done with my remains.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't want to be coffin soup. So do what you will with that, whoever's listening to this after my demise.
I would like to be rich so I could go out in a very me fashion, a very gothic, maybe have my own little walk-in mausoleum in an
Or I'd
old
wanna be a
cemetery. Oh, a diamond.
Yeah, but that's a little morbid to have someone wear you.
Oh, I love that though.
Put the ashes in jewelry anyway.
I'll snort you.
Have a funny notes app story that you just reminded me of. One time, Sophie took too many, I think it was Benadryl.
Mm-hmm.
She saw the hat man.
She misread the instructions and she took too many. And I didn't find this out till 2 days later when she was completely fine. She said that she started hallucinating and she thought she was dying. And the next morning when she woke up, she didn't really remember anything, but she saw that she woke up and her phone was next to her and it was unlocked and it was open to the notes app and she had written a suicide note. And it wasn't a suicide note, but it was if you are reading this, I didn't mean to overdose on Benadryl. I didn't mean to kill myself. Whoever finds me, I didn't mean to do it. And I haven't stopped thinking about that since, because honestly, I feel like you would do something like that.
Megan would totally do something like
You
that.
find this, I didn't mean to kill myself.
For
That
sure.
was that time I got too high.
I
and
was
thought I was
just
gonna have to
gonna
go to the
say-
hospital.
I was just gonna say Megan would get too high and write something like that. For
And
sure.
I thought I forgot how to speak English.
Yeah.
She was hallucinating on Benadryl and wrote her own suicide note.
I think next week we will be giving you guys an update on our date party because we're making moves. We've gotten some responses.
Someone
One of us might have even secured a date.
But hope you're looking forward to that because we'll have updates.
Well, because by the time this episode airs, the date party will be
Yeah, because
a week and a half away.
Actually, it's a month from now because right now is August 9th and it's September 9th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, allegedly tonight, 1989 TV is getting announced. So
Okay.
We
if
said
it
that
is,
last week.
You heard it here first.
Heard it
Yeah.
here first. We're at.
Can't wait for it.
Maybe next
Clean
week we'll
Taylor's
talk
version
about
gonna go
We'll-
crazy.
Ariana Grande.
We'll talk about
and
it next week for sure.
SpongeBob.
We're going to get to it next week. Don't you worry. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure to rate us 5 stars wherever you're listening. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on there. And any social media you're interested in following us on is linked below. It's typically Always Said That Pod. Thanks for watching.
Love ya.
Bye.
Love you.
Mwah.
Goodbye.
Mwah.